good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Book of War. I think we're Season 4, Episode 3. And as usual, I'm your host, Dan Delta Collins. And with me this season, as usual,
Dan Gamma Cullinan.
I love that. So if you're wondering what you're currently watching on either YouTube or Twitch or someplace, and you're wondering what Book of War is our lightweight, fast-paced, easy-to-learn war game that's compatible with classic D&D rules like First Edition or Original D&D or BX. And we've been refining it here for a number of years, and I've run billions of computer simulations hoping to get it balanced and compatible with classic Dungeons & Dragons play. And if you want to know more about Book of War, you can go to oedgames.com, which is on the screen right at the moment. So thanks for joining in tonight. Dan, how's your last couple weeks been?
Doing well. Enjoying an unseasonably warm February.
It was almost 70 here today.
God.
In New York on February 16th, which is completely uncanny.
Uncanny.
And I went out running today in, just short sleeves and shorts, obviously, and it was
I guess, make the most of it.
Perfectly comfortable.
Yeah, make the most of it. That's great.
Crazy. Isabel and I went ice skating last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we haven't done that. For her, it was 30 years, and for me, it was 35 years. And
wow.
And I'm glad that we went before it all melts.
Yeah. What was it around in the city somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we went to Woolman Rink in Central Park.
Ah, okay, right.
Yeah, nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice facility. And it's funny because we had a couple of glitches on the subway getting there. And we were going to be there in the afternoon. And it turned out we were in the early evening, and the sun went down, and the stars came out, and the lights on the buildings, went on, and it was just kind of magical. And we hadn't planned on that, so it was really nice.
I need to do that. That's a great idea.
I highly recommend it. It's very nice that that's there.
I wonder if it must be closed now though, because does it get too warm for that, or they just refrigerate the floor so much that it freezes? Or
I am not. I mean, they schedule, I think, through mid-March is when they're supposed to be open.
Okay.
So it's certainly seasonal.
Okay.
I don't know if they ever have to close, if they're going to have to close early because of this, how warm it is. I don't know.
Well, wow, it's interesting.
They have a Zamboni go through I think 3 or 4 times a day to resurface it or something like that. Maybe that helps.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're a Zamboni expert, maybe you can answer that in the chat. So there's that. Okay, so we are testing kind of new exotic pieces in Book of War at the moment. So I think episode 1 of this season, we had high-level fighters on the table for the first time. And then last time we had dragons that are flying and fearing and flaming.
And detecting.
Right. On the board. And so for the first time in the video series, we're testing the Wizards tonight.
Yeah.
And we both brought one, and we both brought one of identical level, of course. Mm-hmm. So as usual, we're going to see some exotic stuff happening, and we might run into some corner cases that we didn't plan on, and we'll work it out.
All right.
Possibly with viewer comments, possibly with viewer advice on what we should do when we get confused.
I certainly hope so.
So I will say, and you and I didn't talk about this before, but I will say, so one of the things I do with Book of War to simplify the Wizards is that I assume they all have a magic wand.
Right.
And we're not going to bother tracking charges.
Okay.
So you come in, and for your wizard, you pick whether you've got a fireball wand or a lightning bolt wand. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to get, possibly 2 shots per turn throughout the game. Wow. And for what it's worth, that matches classic chainmail.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Chainmail come in, and every wizard can throw a fireball or a lightning bolt every turn.
Excellent.
Right. So I figure that's kind of a good way to do that. And then the other thing to make it a little bit minimalist is, other than that, I only track top level spells, which is to say, in original D&D 6th level.
Yeah.
Right. And all the stuff from 1st through 5th level, just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So the built into the Wizards is, we're assuming you've got some protections, you've got a shield spell running up their AC. They've got detection, so I assume that they've got See Invisible running, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why they have detection, just like in chainmail.
Great.
And other than that, we have picked in secret, Dan and I both picked 2 6th level spells because we both come in with a 13th level wizard, which in original D&D would have 2 6th level spells, and we don't know what the other one picked.
No, we don't.
So at some particular point, we're going to cast the spell and find out what happens.
Just like D&D.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully that simplifies things a little bit, and optionally, obviously, you could add all the other stuff if you were running the game yourself. But at the mass scale, conveniently, the things at 6th level tend to be like a really big area.
Yes.
Tend to be for the battlefield, and that's all we're going to track here.
Nice.
Plus the infinite fireballs or lightning bolts, whichever you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
So does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great. Tell us. Right. So Backreese is correct. We got a wizard battle here going on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And Julian is asking, what about protection from normal missiles?
Well, as you and I were discussing before we went on air, it's quite hard to hit a single finger with a missile.
That's correct. Let me just write this down to think about later on.
Mm-hmm.
So already, to answer Julian's question, as Gamma's pointing out, the current rule is if you are shooting normal missiles at any solo figure and you hit them, you got to have a confirmed die that only actually makes contact 1 time in 6.
Right.
So it's already so rare to hit a solo that I didn't think about protection from normal missiles.
Mm.
Maybe I should.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna think about that.
Let's
Yeah, and obviously protection from normal missiles is a 3rd level spell in classic D&D, and would in fact make a wizard character totally immune to standard arrows. Would still be hit by giant stones, actually, which may or may not be important tonight. That's interesting. So for tonight, potentially the wizard could get hit by normal missiles. Interesting. Maybe we should add that. That's a good point. Yeah. And Julian's saying in his own games, I give magic users immunity to normal missiles since the duration is so long. I can, that's a good argument for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna cycle back and think about that for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so other than the brand new thing, right, and Julian is talking about, because he actually plays Book of War quite a bit himself, and so he's talking about how he runs it. That's a reasonable assumption to make. Okay, so other than that, let's talk about what else we brought to the table tonight. As we do this, if you go to the website, the oedgames.com/streaming website that's on screen right now, you can see the whole rundown for the stats for all the units that we are using this season, testing that out. And Dan, what did you bring for your army tonight?
I brought a 13th level wizard, Ogast the Ornery.
Very good.
I brought 2 stone giants, good units, 2 figures of stone giants, which is in fact 10.
Right.
Yeah, 10 stone giants. I brought a unit of a unit of 10 medium foot, and I also got 10 medium cavalry here.
Great. Yeah. So I'm having to remind myself, of course, your wizard is a solo unit, so that represents literally one. What's his name again?
Ogast.
Ogast. So there's actually one single D&D wizard on the table, and I'm having to remind myself that your stone giants are mass units.
They are.
So those are actually 10 actual D&D stone giants per figure.
Yes.
And I'm wondering to myself how I'm going to deal with that. And obviously the rest is all mass units too. So Dan, in D&D terms, he's got 1 wizard, 20 stone giants, 100 horse, and 100 foot. Yeah. So that's good. Kind of doing it. So most of your 500 points is in the wizard and the stone giants, right? So the wizard costs 150,
Yeah, let me just do the math to make sure before we get started.
I mean, I'm sure you're right. I'm just thinking to myself, like, where is most of the value?
Yeah.
And your stone giant units are 90 each.
Yeah, so I've got 180 in Stone Giants.
I guess that's a little less than half, actually.
150 in Wizard. 50 in Foot and 120, I believe. And
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
See, Dan always gets it to exactly 500 points, which is actually I'm kind of impressed by because I never managed to do that.
I need all the help I can get, as viewers, as regular viewers know. So yeah, not gonna let any points go.
I'm always impressed by it. So like I'm always a little bit shy. So I have, like, for what it's worth, I have 498 tonight, and my units are ... Okay, so I have my wizard here, who is a lightning bolt throwing, a blue-colored lightning bolt throwing wizard, and his name is Illaquam.
Oh, nice.
Yes, Illaquam the Blue. And he is chaotic, for what it's worth. And then I also brought a blue dragon. So here's my adult blue dragon that I have on the table here, whose name is Zagintes the Careful.
Oh my.
Zagintes the Careful, yes. So watch for that.
Well, somebody crossed Zagintes because he's in battle mode now.
Yes. Carefully.
Is that
He's cunning and carefully, yeah.
Okay.
And I should point out that the dragon is an adult, right? So if you go into classic D&D rules, you have different age categories. So the red, blue, gold dragons, they are, adult dragons on the table, so they have about 10 health and they count as a solo figure. And then other than that, I do have I've got 9 figures of goblin wolf riders here, and I have 18 figures of orc archers, and then 26 figures of orc medium foot. So I got there, and I'm blocking the fonts. So basically, I've bought pricey solos, so kind of an expensive wizard, expensive dragon, and then other than that, pretty cheap goblin orc units was my strategy there. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah. Let me think. What are so just thinking special abilities. The wizard has detection, has fireball or lightning bolts.
Mine has a fireball wand.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have lightning. And also the 2 special spells. Yeah. Your stone giants can throw stones, have a big 2-hit bonus because they're so powerful.
Yeah, big 3+3, right?
Only going to roll 1 single die to throw stones per turn.
Right.
But does actually 3 damage.
Yeah, it does 3 damage.
Right, with stone giants.
And +3 to hit, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, is that to +3 to hit with 2 damage. Okay, great.
And then, let me see, my dragon, of course, also has detection, can fly, has the fear ability, which is pretty powerful, and then also has the lightning breath. I have to be in contact with a unit to use that. Can use that 3 times per game, and does a pretty good amount of damage when you do that. Cool. Any other questions about the pieces on the table tonight? I guess that's it. More or less just reminding myself that we don't forget something important. Oh, one thing we've been talking the last 2 weeks about that detection ability, and particularly the dragons soaring overhead.
Yeah.
In my heart, I kind of wanted them to be able to scan everything below them, but everybody agrees that trying to track that while they're in movement is too complicated. So I think we all agree that detection just happens at the end of a unit's movement.
Sometimes you have to make these compromises.
Yeah. You comfortable with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we'll do. Great. There you go. So let's get started. And again, as you're watching, feel free to go to odgames.com/streaming and confirm that the units and that the errata rules over there are what we think we're playing with. And we will start, as always, with initiative and see who goes forward first.
We roll at the same time?
Okay, so you get to pick, and if you'd like me to set up first, I will do that.
I would like you to set up first.
Great. So we'll go back and forth with terrain, and then we'll roll for weather, and then I will have to set up my entire army first after that. Give myself a space here. Let me put up the terrain chart. And our table was 2.5 feet by 6 feet. And the rules in Book of War is we're going to go back and forth 4 times for terrain. So possibly we might get quite a bit. Or sometimes you get almost nothing. That, I'll take this. All right, so first thing I am getting is a 6, which is open terrain, which is nothing.
All right. 9.
So Dan got a 9, which is woods. Great. Get this. There's some trees in that.
All right. Yeah, where to put the woods? It's kind of tough to say this early, but I think I'll put the woods there.
Great. And in our last game, I had some elves that could hide in the woods, but we don't have anything like that tonight.
Right.
All right. So my second roll is 12.
Oh,
geez, which is a stream, right?
Pond?
Oh, it's a pond.
Yeah.
Oh. Even wetter.
Mm-hmm.
A pond. Where to put the pond? That's the pond.
Good. Here we go. 5 is a hill.
Here is
All
hill.
right. Now, hills. I think what I'll do with the hill is just put it right here. Oops, sorry. There.
Thinking about that. Okay, so my third roll is 6, which is nothing. Okay. I'm not getting to place very much. 7 is nothing. And here's my last roll. 6, which is again open. Crazy.
Yep. And also
Okay.
6.
How did we got like 5 between? So we roll 8 times. Yeah, we got 5 open results. Crazy.
And they could be a 6 or 7. Well, they are the most common ones, right?
True.
Yeah. So not
true.
too outlandish.
Crazy. It's funny because I mean it's the same number of rolls, and some nights it's like you just have an enormous amount of garbage.
Yeah, I know.
Clogging the space up.
I feel like
and
last time we had a lot. Yeah.
we did.
Mm-hmm.
We did. Yeah. And then I think there was a game where between Isabel and I, where I think we had fully 3 or 4 streams on the table. Right. It was just the whole thing was just like a
delta.
Exactly. Exactly. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
So here's a weather die. You know what you want? Do you want to roll it or do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, sure. I'll do the honors.
Let me get the weather die up.
Are you ready? 5.
So 5 is cloudy.
No effect.
5 is cloudy, which is no effect. Everybody. Now, if it was sunny, my orcs and goblins would be penalized pretty badly.
Yeah.
If it was rainy, the archers and particularly the horses would be in terrible shape.
Yeah.
But it is cloudy, and that's middle ground, and everybody just plays like they normally do.
All right.
Great. And now I have to set up my whole army because Dan won initiative.
All right.
I mean, one thing I'm wondering about is should I put my wizard, in a unit, right? I could embed it in a larger unit, and I'm wondering if I should do that because it protects him.
I see.
That actually means it completely cannot be hit by missiles at all.
Yeah.
But then he has to stick with the movement of that unit.
Right.
Interesting. crazy. I had a plan beforehand, and already I'm like, I don't like the plan. I don't like the plan. How about this? Okay, that's my setup. So I got archers, infantry, my wizard, infantry. There's the dragon, wolf riders out in front, and then more archers behind. That's my setup.
Okay. I'm going to put
Williams. So while Dan's setting up, Williams point. I just saw Williams point comment of the 0.00002% chance of oops, we roll all pawns and can't reach each other, which I like. Or can you?
Yeah, especially with wizards in the battle.
Yeah. You got wizards. You got flying dragons.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it's an all archery fight. You got stone throwing stone giants. And then so for what it's worth in D&D, conjure elemental is a 5th level spell, which our plan is not to implement. I will have that as an optional rule. If someone really wants elementals, you can say, you also can pull out elementals, and obviously you have to pull them out of the right terrain unit. So for a water elemental, you would need a pond or a stream on the table.
Changed my mind.
Okay.
There we go. That's what I want to do.
Is that one giant unit of horses, or are they two separate ones?
They are, in fact, separate.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Great.
Yep.
Interesting. So you got stone giants right down the middle. Wizard on my right. Interesting. Okay, I really don't like where my wolf riders are now, but that's why you made me set up first.
That's why initiative is, the way it is.
Okay, you happy with the setup?
Yeah, happy.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And let's start. Okay, so my move, and to be clear, right, so with the wizards, you have, and this is standard D&D, standard classic D&D, if I'm going to cast a spell, I have to stay in place. I can't move.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta stay in one place the whole turn to cast a spell. If I stay in one place, I can shoot twice with the wand. If I move half, I can do once.
Yeah.
Right. If I move more than half, I can't do it at all.
Right.
Is the idea. So if I'm gonna, and that's going to happen in the attack phase. Right. So we'll move, and then the attack phase includes spell casting.
What about spell interruption? Is that a thing?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, that was fast. That was really fast. I haven't moved. We already have a rules question. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay.
Right?
That's simpler. That makes life easier.
Yeah, exactly. So you just if someone casts, you just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Look at my movement rates. Okay, so my Wolf Riders are 18 inches. That got redefined like a season ago.
Yeah. Same as mine.
Yeah, my medium foot is 9. My archers are 12, of course. I want... I want these archers to go... Okay. I want the Wolf Riders to arc in front of these orcs and go near the edge of this pond.
Okay.
As far as they can go. I want the archers to go forward 12, which is maximum. I want these infantry to follow the Wolf Riders. I want these infantry to turn in behind the first infantry.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at a rules thing. I want this wizard to go up like to here.
Okay.
And so nobody's hidden, so the whole detection thing is just off the table, right? Nobody's invisible or anything.
Yeah.
I want this dragon to fly into these woods.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
All right.
Okay, so archers can go forward 12.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this. These Wolf Riders can go 18. So this costs like 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm up to 10 now. And I'm up to 12. And I guess I'm there, and that's pretty close to their full movement.
Okay. Now, why would a bunch of Wolf Riders run right up to the edge of a pond? I wonder.
I'm trying to get out of the way of your horses.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. The game gets more interesting all of a sudden. So these archers go there 12. Like that. These infantry can go up to 9. So this is like 8 inches. And obviously this tray behind is part of the same unit. And this wizard here can go up to 12. So I said go to there. These orcs here, I said we're going to queue up behind them. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this costs like 3 inches. It's like I'm up to 6. That's as far as I can go. And then my dragon will take off. I need at least 3 inches of runway ahead of him, so I can do that. Could fly up to 24. So there's 3 inches, and I'll move like up to 1 inch altitude because I'm going to come right back down. And I've moved. That's 18 inches. And then I come back down, and I'm here.
Very good.
Protecting the woods, can't do any archery, can't throw stones in the woods. So there's that. So that is my turn. I moved. I don't have any attacks.
Okay.
And I think it's your turn.
Great.
What is your movement?
My movement, yeah. So I'm going to do a full movement forward right down this alley with both of these units of medium horse. I'm going to do a full movement forward with both these stone giants.
Mm-hmm.
This, I'm not going to move. So that's it for movement.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
Go ahead.
So I go ahead and do that before
yeah.
All right, so stone giants are...
I think they're 12.
12, yeah. I think this guy was basically parallel there, so... And these are 18, I believe. Does that sound right? Or is that the right? Am I getting my range?
Medium foot. Yep, you're right. Yep, agreed.
Medium caliber, okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, so that's for that. And I'm going to cast a spell. Now, was I supposed to declare that, or
no? This is the right phase. This is you declare it right now. You're doing exactly what we would hope for.
I'm going to cast a spell.
Show me the card, Dan. Prove that you memorized this spell that you're casting. And also hold it up to the...
Yeah, I'll hold it up to which one? This one?
Yeah, or the overhead.
The overhead's probably better.
The over one, yeah. Okay, so Gamma is casting Control Weather. And you've got a couple different options here. So the weather is currently cloudy on the board. You could change that by one step, or you could summon a whirlwind equivalent to an air elemental.
Right. And so my thinking is that there are lots of goblins and orcs.
Yeah.
And they all hate sunlight.
You're right.
So we're going to make it a sunny day.
Damn it! Damn it, Gamma! Oh, the weather chart's still up. Thank you, Julian. I've been paying really close attention to what Gamma's doing at the moment and missed some chat there. Okay, so the weather is now officially sunny, and that means that orcs and goblins, which is my entire army, are at -1 to hit, -1 morale. If they were your wizard is armor 6, right?
Yeah.
So I absolutely cannot hit your wizard, no matter what.
All right.
Well, I guess if I'm in melee, I get back attacks, which would counteract that,
okay,
right?
Sure.
But I absolutely cannot hit him with archery, certainly, no matter what. Thank you.
Oh,
thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
And that covers the whole table, and in classic D&D, it's got miles of area. So yeah, great. Thanks. Okay. Anything else on this attack phase, Dan?
I think that'll do it.
Okay. Let me check the chat here while I seethe. Julian was asking, Delta, do your simulations give any insight as the benefits or drawbacks of extra large units? We don't typically see 10 cavalry all in one unit, but would it be mathematically better or worse? Well, I mean, at least for the Book of War game, and Gamma, you've kind of experimented with this in the past. There's a morale advantage,
exactly,
potentially, that if you lose a unit, it's less of a ratio. But then if you do lose the morale check, you're losing more units.
Yeah. And
there's, it's a little bit more difficult to move around.
Absolutely.
Right. So I don't think the math simulation answers that on its own, but I've found with me playing at the table, I tend to like a somewhat smaller unit to make it easier to move around.
Yeah. It it's like risk reward in a portfolio. You know, it's like as long as you don't get that unlucky morale roll, it feels kind of nice to have that massive unit. Mm-hmm. But then when you get that unlucky one and they're all gone, it's like, oh my god, what did I do?
Yeah, which happened like a couple times last episode actually.
Yeah, it's happened.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a that one's a bit of a judgment call at the table, at the wargame table. And you know, one thing that was a major difference between first edition and what we're playing now is I instituted the minimum point value per unit, because previously in first edition I didn't have that, and people were trying to come to the table with minimum. We're trying to make every single unit one figure to basically shortcut the morale checks.
Oh.
So now I have that minimum, and I think you and I, you know, Dan and I both tend to make things as a little bit over the minimum.
Oh, yeah.
It tends to be what we've been doing.
Yeah. I often will go double the minimum or something, depending. Yeah. Tonight I do have one at the minimum.
Yeah. Which is clever. I will also point out that all the solos, like one constraint I put is that all the solos cost at least a minimum unit value.
Oh, yeah, right. So people won't start gaming it.
Exactly.
Right.
So the minimum unit has to be 50 points, and so all the solos are at least 50 points.
Yeah.
Is what's happening. So things seem like they're kind of working out on that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. All right, my move. So at the moment, so now that the weather is sunny, my archers cannot hit your medium horse at long range. It's impossible.
Excellent.
I could hit him at short range with a 6. Their range is only 15. They don't have really great weapons. The range is 15. I don't think I'm within 15 inches yet. Interesting. Now your horses are health 2.
Yes.
Your infantry's health 1, and obviously your stone giants are health 9.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to move these archers to the edge of the woods and then arc them a little bit in that direction.
Okay.
All right, to get more of a field of fire.
Okay.
To my advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only movement I'm making. That's it. So obviously these guys have movement of 12. I can go here and arc like that. So try to get everything in that 45 degrees that I can.
Mm-hmm.
And for my attacks, I'm going to try to shoot these horses. I'm sure I'm out of range. And in addition to that, I'm going to have my lightning bolt throwing wizard throw 2 lightning bolts at your horses.
Oh, wow.
Now, the range is 24 inches.
Oh, yeah.
I may be out of range.
It's close.
And the way that this currently works, and I will say that this is exactly what classic war games would do. Mm-hmm. This is exactly what chainmail would do. Interestingly, you know, the verbiage, if you look carefully at the text for fireball or lightning bolt in any edition of D&D, even 5th edition, it's going to say the caster has to call the range. And the reason for that is this is how you do it in a war game, is right this second I need to call how many inches I plant the lightning bolt at.
Yes.
Right. So I got to estimate here. I'm throwing 2 of them. I'm going to say 24 inches.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 24 inches. I'm aiming at this figure right here at front.
Okay.
So I'm going to measure both of them at 24 inches and see if they land on a figure.
Okay.
And I could pick two different numbers, right? I could have picked 20 inches and 24 inches. Use 24 inches on one of your figures.
Just barely. Just exactly.
Yeah, I think yes. Yeah. Agreed? Right. Exactly 24 inches.
Yeah.
So, I hit you...
Two hits? Is automatic?
Well, now we're going to debate because there's only one figure at that range.
One figure with two. Can you hit the same figure twice?
I don't need to because it does 6 damage.
Oh.
So I'm hitting one single figure.
I see.
And that's all you ever do with a fireball, lightning bolt. So I hit the one figure, and that one figure takes 6 damage and gets eliminated.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can just take off one figure.
Okay.
Haha! Successful lightning bolting.
Very good.
And that's all my attacks.
Okay, but didn't you want to do 2 lightning bolts?
Yeah, but now there's no figure there.
So you were doing both in the same place?
Yeah.
Can I just ask why you wanted to do that? It's just 6 damage.
It would have, because I suspected that was at the maximum range, and so I was assuming that shorter wasn't going to do anything anyway. Yeah, I should have said 22, 24 is what I should have said.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm learning how to use the wizards right now.
Oh, no worries.
You're watching me learn how to do that right now.
No, I mean.
Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense.
Great. It does make sense. So.
I'm glad I didn't miss entirely. Oh yeah, and I said these archers were going to try to take a shot, but if that was 24, they're definitely not within 15, so that's way out of range.
Okay.
And it's sunny, and we said I couldn't hit it long range anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it for attacks?
Yeah, that's it for my turn.
So I got a morale check to make here. So that is a separate unit.
Yep.
So the ratio is 4,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 hit dice.
Yep.
So I just need to not get snake eyes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's the opposite of that.
Did I not get snake eyes?
Nice.
Okay, wonderful. So I'll put that away. All right.
What is your movement?
I would like to.
And while you're thinking, to answer Julian's question, yeah, there's no area of effect. We don't have any templates for the fireballs or lightning bolts. It's always one figure.
Right.
And you know what? If you go to standard D&D miniatures on like a real scale, and you map out the range of a fireball, lightning bolt, it hits about 10 figures.
Right.
Which is one of our mass figures. So works out.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to try to do, I don't know if this is going to quite work. I want to try to close on the Wolf Riders.
Okay.
It seems like it's probably not quite. It's too far. It's not going to work. Well, I'm going to try anyway. So I'll try with this unit to close on the Wolf Riders. And I think the other unit will try to do the same. I'll try to just bring them both around here. Okay. I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay. This, now, just remind me. Okay, so the +3 is only in melee, right?
No, it's also ranged.
Oh,
yeah.
It always gets a +3 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but as we learned, can't move and fire with these guys.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm in range there. So, what I'd like to do is try to get. I think I'll just go like here. And here. So I'm going to split like that.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
That's... and these guys are going to start to advance.
Okay.
And, I think I'll do a half move with the wizard and try to do one lightning bolt there.
Great.
Okay.
Fireball for you.
Fireball, thank you.
Right.
Sorry. Sorry, Ogast. He gets very upset when you say that. Okay, so...
what do you think I am?
So half move for him will be 6. I'll also do a 6 movement, which is... Yeah. Okay.
Great.
All right, so let's get started.
You know, I like that. I gotta say, I actually like that I'm thinking like 2 moves ahead about what we're gonna do with our special units at the moment. So I actually kind of like how this feels.
It's really a blast to have wizards in the mix.
Yeah. I have some moves that I think that I'm hoping you're gonna hate.
Now, I do want to remember that just because these look like single figures, they're not. So
Right.
if I do a quarter turn, that's how many?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go like this. And these guys. Okay, so this is the thing I was like, I was pretty sure it wasn't actually going to work, but... All right, 18. I mean, they would have to go into the pond, so that's not really going to work.
Yeah.
So I can kind of go like here. So I'm just going to move them both straight ahead.
Okay.
That amount. So I'll hold this here.
I feel like this near unit. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I think you have the right call.
The problem is the pond.
Right.
I think if it weren't for the pond.
Yeah, I agree. You get to go around the corner, then you can turn.
Yeah.
And you're already at 18 right there.
All right, this is going to be a bad... I should have done a half move or something, but that's okay. I already did it. All right.
I mean, I can,
No, it's okay. All right. So now, okay, so I have to call my shot here, right?
All right, so you're done with movement, and now you're calling your attacks. You can't throw with the stone giants.
No, can't throw stones. But I have to say how many inches, right?
Yes. So you're shooting here.
Yeah.
Pick a figure.
Okay.
Pick a figure you're shooting at.
Okay.
For direction.
Oh, for direction?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think I'll shoot at this figure, 24.
Got it. Measure the 24.
Huh?
Yeah, and the 24 inches, right?
24.
Okay, so measure the 24 and see if your fireball lands.
Looks like it's going to be short.
It's short.
It's a little short. Okay. Well, there we go. That's my turn. Yeah.
Good try. Okay. Let me just check out the chat here. Oh, jeez, this is a lot of chat. Oh no, I didn't see this. Okay, so we're chatting about wizard spells now that we see how that works. It should be a rule that every time a wizard does something, you have to say their name. I think you've been doing that.
I've been talking a lot about Ogast.
Yeah.
I think somehow my face thing is a little different than I.
Feel free to make.
I don't know what happened there, but okay.
Feel free to make whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And you happy with this?
Yes, that's fine. Okay,
yes,
great.
That's fine. So John, the main difference between fireball and lightning bolt is the target immune to one or the other, which admittedly isn't going to happen a lot. But if
what, like a red dragon or something?
And Bacchus was talking about that earlier. But at least in original D&D. Dragons aren't immune to any particular energy. They have possibly a +1 on saves, which isn't going to make any difference here actually.
Right.
So the only figures that actually would make a difference are fire giants or frost giants or something that's immune to one of them.
What about elementals?
I'd have to look that up.
I don't know.
I'd actually have to look that up.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Good point.
I don't. I've never actually used an elemental in a game, but it just seems like it might be a thing. Yeah.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we should do that sometime. Yeah, right. So we're looking at possibly some units that we don't have on the table would be immune to one of those energy types. And we'll talk about the elementals another time. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Right. That was the one unit we didn't allow this time, so I shouldn't bring that up.
And John's asking about the weather. We started off with cloudy weather, but Gamma hammered me with the control weather, so now it's sunny, and now all my orcs, my vast orc goblin army is now at -1 for everything. So now I'm in trouble with that. But it is my turn. This is going to get messy fast. Yeah. I think this is okay. Let me go back to the overhead here. Okay, Wizard's not going to move. I think my archers are not going to move. I want the Wolf Riders to left face, right, which is a half move, and then get in contact with these horses here.
Okay.
I'm planning, I don't need to say this right now, I'm planning these archers to shoot this unit is what I'm going to do.
All right.
And I want my dragon to take off and attack these stone giants.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to hate this. You're going to hate what's about to happen, but that's what's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do there.
All right.
So I need 3 inches of takeoff space with these guys.
Yeah.
All right, so they take off, they go about 1 inch up. And then, I mean, this is obviously something they can do.
Yeah.
And then I'm at 5 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm at a total of 15 inches. They come down.
Okay.
So at their same level. So I got 1 single dragon attacking a squad of 10 stone giants.
Okay.
Really.
Yeah.
Think about what would happen in D&D for that.
Wow.
And these guys will left face.
Okay.
So this costs half their movement.
Yes.
And then I have 9 inches left. And it's really clear I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to get 4 figures in contact there.
Okay.
All right, so here are my attacks. These archers are going to shoot these horse.
Yeah.
These wolf riders are going to attack this horse. These guys obviously didn't move. My dragon is going to breathe lightning on your stone giants.
Okay.
And the wizard is going to cast a spell.
No! Dang it.
Which is, I counter control weather. So I'm countering control weather to shift the weather back from sunny down to cloudy. So I don't have the penalty. Ha ha!
I'm so sad.
I came prepared.
Oh, everything's looking grim now.
All right, so now it's back to cloudy. And let me resolve... I'm going to resolve the dragon first.
Okay.
Because you're going to hate this.
All right.
Right. So your stone giants have 9 health.
Yes.
And if you look on the sheet, blue dragon breath does 9 damage.
Okay.
So that is the end of that stone giant. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So bye-bye.
So unleashes an enormous volley of lightning and wipes out all 10 stone giants.
And you can do that 3 times per game?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. That's once.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm.
So that was a fortunate matchup, actually, right?
Yeah.
If you'd had a frost giant, they'd still be there. Although I would still get a melee attack, actually. So I guess I could wipe out something up to about 10 health.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
Gonna roll for these archers here. I'm pretty sure I'm in short range.
Mm. So you just need 4s, right?
Yeah. So this is clearly short range. No, I need 5s because that's your armor.
Oh, right. You're
Yeah.
right. Yes, 5s. Yeah. 5s. Yeah.
So I didn't move. I get 2 dice per figure, so that's going to be 18 dice.
All right.
Can I get some more reds?
Oh yeah, of course.
I feel like I'm 2, 4,
Oh,
6,
yeah, you're
8.
right.
Do I have 2 more?
I'm
Yeah.
hiding
Great.
dice.
Great. So here's 9 dice, and I do need 5s.
All right. Well, that one.
Yeah, we'll call it a 1. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll call it a 1. So that right there is 2 hits. I was a little sloppy on my roll. Ooh, that's not bad.
No.
Well, another 3 hits. That's a total of 5 hits.
Okay.
So it's 2 figures
And
an
a wounded
extra
one.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'll just.
That is pretty good.
All right.
And then my wolf riders there. Again, I get. I'm in the clear. It's cloudy. I get 2 dice per figure. That's going to be 8 dice.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8. And again, I need 5s. That's only 1. Okay. And that's everything. Right? Wolf Riders, Wizard, controlled the weather, Dragon. That's my turn.
Well, it was a productive turn.
Yeah.
All right. Question. I mean, I'm going to lose the element of surprise, but I didn't see it.
You want to make that morale check, or do you?
Oh, my
there's
fault.
A question?
Yeah. So that's one for the ratio and one for and 2 for hit dice.
Yeah, I agree.
So I need 6. And I
Oh no! Missed it by 1.
No.
Missed it by that much.
Okay.
I like the conversation in the chat right now, which is why I didn't say it verbally. Is there's if you look at chain elementals, are they immune? Chainmail says one thing, and original D&D doesn't say anything about it at all. So,
Okay. Yeah. All right. My question is going to show my card, but I'm not necessarily using it yet.
Understood.
So if I drop a hill on a unit, what happens?
I think it says. I think it says units can be scooped up and carried along.
Okay.
You don't drop it on top of them, but if you move it over them, they get scooped up and you can carry them along on it.
So
Doesn't hurt them.
I see.
Yeah.
So it would basically displace them,
Yes.
or not even displace them, but just they'd be on top of it.
Right.
Like if I said I dropped this here, you would just put all those on top of it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Got it.
And notice that you can move terrain 6 inches per turn.
Right.
Yep.
So okay, it's not.
Yep.
All right.
You can. What's the word I'm looking for? Steam shovel them if you want to.
Move them back or something like that. I see.
Snowplow them. That's what I'm looking for.
Right. Okay. I think what I'd like to do is try to. So the stone giants have a firing arc. It's the standard 45-degree one, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now don't forget, they can melee pretty well.
They can melee pretty well, right?
Right.
So I think what I will try to do is they have 12 movement.
Yep.
But side face is half the movement, right?
It's half the number of figures, so it would be like you could turn 90 degrees and it would cost 1 inch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
For pivoting.
So I'm gonna try to close on this dragon with my stone giants. Okay, so that's one move. I'm going to. I can't drown people with a pond. No, that's not Earth. That's a different thing.
All right, here's tonight's debate. So my intent, on the one hand, was that you could move a pawn.
Oh, okay.
It does say you can move any terrain feature.
Okay.
I didn't mind that. I did not ever consider drowning units.
I want to crush and drown. No, but that's fine. All right, so
I don't know. What do you? I mean, I had not considered that. So the rules always said you can't move into a terrain space, and now you've got terrain spaces moving into units.
Yeah.
I had not considered that.
Okay.
How about I'm gonna be. Let me just go back to show the pond here. Should you be able to move a pond under units and drown them?
Well, if it wasn't in the algorithm, it's probably not priced right to do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Yeah, so that doesn't feel right.
Granted that I don't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
Boy, I feel like that's now. I mean, if I was DMing a D&D game, I would say absolutely sure.
Yeah.
But I would lose. So now.
No, that's fine. If that's not part of the mechanic,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
But
What
something to think
an
about.
interesting idea.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, then in that case, I'm just going to make a half move again and try to shoot a lightning bolt again.
Got it. Yeah.
All right. So that's everything.
Yeah.
All right. Here I go.
I don't know, viewers. What do you think about the move the pond and drown units ploy? That could potentially be super powerful.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would probably really crank the price up a lot.
I mean, alternatively, if I knew about that in advance, I wouldn't get near the pond in the first place.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. So now this costs me 1 inch to do this.
Are you within 11? I'm hoping. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay. Definitely can. So there we go.
So Hobo Ogre is suggesting save or die. Maybe get a saving throw if that happens and move out of the way or something.
All right. So now declaring.
One other thing, these horses over here, right? You could do this wrapping business of pull extra figures around to get more in contact if you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
And the rules say you could move 3. So.
Right, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I guess I can't. Well, can I fit one here?
Let's say yes.
Okay. So then that's maybe one.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
So Dan's going to get all 5 of his horse figures in the fight there.
Okay, great.
That's my wolf riders.
All right. So that's movement.
Yeah.
Shall I do the missile type
Yeah.
thing? Okay. So I'm gonna say 20 inches,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say this guy.
Got it. 20 inches. Oh, it's a little short.
Ah, dang it.
It's a little short still.
That's tricky to use a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
All right.
Or the fireball.
The fire. That's the problem. He keeps trying to use the lightning bolt. Okay. Now melee.
Yeah.
So the dragon is a blue dragon, which has.
So I will say that I was really hoping. See, there was a turn where I didn't move my dragon because you had your stone giants near each other.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this is a good matchup to get rid of them, but I don't want the other giant to come over and kill me.
Right.
So I jumped over there hoping that you were out of range to come over.
Right.
And I was wrong by, half an inch on that.
Right.
So my solo dragon is armor 6.
Right.
It's like plate mail.
Right.
Your giants get +3 to hit,
So just
which
one
make
die.
it 3.
Okay.
Plus, it's a mass unit against a solo unit, so you get to surround my dragon and get another +1 for rear attacks.
Okay.
So you just need to roll a 2 or more.
All right. Here goes.
Yeah.
I did that.
Okay. So that does, it would do 2 damage with your attacks, but my dragon only has 1 health in this scale. So the 10 giants surround and take revenge on my dragon, and it's destroyed.
Right.
Damn it!
Now the 2 damage is wait, I'm confused. Why 2 damage again?
Because giants in D&D get 2 dice of damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good
That's
answer. Good answer. Okay. So that
Big clubs is what I'm told.
yes. Yeah. So that just leaves this, which
Yeah.
will be 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
And their armor 4.
All right. So I need 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Not so hot. Well, I got 4. Looks like 1,
That's
2. Yeah, you're right. So 5 hits.
Okay, so that wipes out 2 figures plus another hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and those are all your attacks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to make them.
Goes here. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So I need to make a morale check here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Divided by 2 is 3, plus 2 for their health. -1 because they're chaotic.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Where's the sixth wolf? I'm
1, 2,
sorry.
3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. You're right. Sorry,
Okay.
5.
Okay.
I'm trying to cheat. So 5. So it's 2 plus 2 for their health minus 1 because they're chaotic. So my bonus is 3.
Okay.
And the dice need to be 6 or more.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no problem.
Good.
No problem.
All right. All right, my turn. Okay, so I'm pretty committed here. So I'm going to wrap this wolf around the end so they're all in contact there. Maybe I can eliminate those figures. I'm going to have these archers run into melee.
Okay.
I'm going to have these archers charge
Very
your
good.
horses
Very
and
good.
get some extra attacks there. I don't want to shoot because I'd have to hit my own guys.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit more than 20 inches. Okay, so I don't have my dragon anymore. I'm kind of all locked up here. I'm going to move half here. I'm going to move 6 inches forward to make sure I'm in range of that giant
Okay.
so I can shoot you. I can't possibly fireball you because you're on the other side of the hill. Sorry, lightning bolt you. Now I'm doing. So everybody else stays put. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see how this works. So 6 inches here. It's a little bit more forward than I wanted. Move these guys into contact here. I can do this.
Okay.
Actually, I wanted to wrap around here.
Okay.
So that's actually some fewer figures in contact. Whoops. Move the table there. I'm just going to get rid of these trays here for clarity. All right, so there's all my moves. So obviously we're meleeing here. Why are these guys stuck? Come on. So we're meleeing here. We're going to shoot those giants and try to get some hits there.
Okay.
And my wizard is casting his other spell, Illiquim. The water wizard is casting the other spell.
Uh-oh. Lower water. Okay, I knew you had that. I should have
I
known.
guessed that, right?
I guessed that because of the way you were interacting with the pond, but
Yeah.
I should have guessed the other one too, because why would you have an army that was that vulnerable if you didn't have that up your sleeve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Boy, Gamma's a good opponent. I am happy to have Gamma as my opponent because you're making me play better. So the pond, all the water drains out of the pond.
Yes.
And now we can just cross it like normal terrain.
Are we going to leave it there or just take it off the board?
What do you prefer? Just take it off the board?
I mean, if it's not there.
Great.
Okay.
Great. So that changes stuff. So let me check for shooting over here. I would love to be in short range. It would be 7.5 inches.
Mm-hmm.
I am not. That's long range.
Looks like some of them might be short and some of them are long, you know?
I think I'm out of range. I think that's...
Okay.
We'll call it long range.
Okay.
So I get 9 dice, and your armor's 5, but in long range I need 6.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was sunny, I couldn't hit you at all. But
No.
okay, so here's 9 dice. I'm looking for 6s. There are no 6s.
Oh, great.
If it was short range, I would have hit you 3 times, but
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Great. Wonderful.
Poop. All right, so let me count figures here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wolf Riders. That's 10 dice.
Okay.
And then I see 1, 2 of these. That's 12 dice.
Okay.
And then there's 2 on the back.
Which get a different roll.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me roll the 2 on the back. I need 4s.
Right.
No hits. And then I have 12 dice other than that.
But you need 5s.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll roll 2 batches of 6.
Okay.
Looking for 5s.
I see.
There's 2.
So just knock
Yeah,
one over?
exactly.
Okay.
Oh!
Wow. 4 hits.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty bad news.
Yeah.
Okay.
My better rolls. Okay, that is the end of my turn.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do another.
Want a morale check there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I have 2 left,
Yeah.
and so 2. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So I just need a 7 or
Yeah.
better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Got that. Great.
I'll take it. But I guess I still have a wounded. Oh, but that's a separate unit. There was still 2 units, right?
I'm pretty sure that damage was on that unit.
The damage was on this unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get rid of it, right?
Well, no, that actually is just 1 unit.
Oh.
Right.
I mean, it started out as 2 units.
So you lost a unit from a morale check.
Oh,
from the
that's
archery.
right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. So I'll put the 1 back.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
And put it with, so it's clear. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to do a half move here.
Right.
And try with my lightning again.
Yeah. Fireball.
Fireball.
Somehow we have swapped. Somehow at the beginning of the fight we swapped wands. Accidentally.
Yeah. And I can't get the hang of the darn thing. So the fireball. So I'm just thinking. I'm just doing a little math. Okay. Yeah. And then this guy is going to. I want to throw a boulder at you.
Right.
These just want to fight for their lives here.
Got it.
Okay. So 6 inches. All right. Now, that's the only movement.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go 16, pointing at him.
Great.
Long.
Yeah, I think you're long, unfortunately. Yeah.
What? How did I? Oh, okay. I added a little too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Not good with the fireballs. Okay. This guy now wants to shoot.
Right.
So they are 4. He gets a +3 to hit. So is it auto?
Are you short or long range? Are you within 10 inches?
So I can measure now, right? Because we're
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
doing it.
yeah,
Right? Yeah. So from here to here.
That's short range.
Yeah. So is auto hit, or if it's +3 to hit and they have 4, I just roll the 1. And
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so that's good to know. So that's 3 down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so stone giants do 3. Yeah.
Would you like to do the honors? I'm sorry.
I'm not super happy about it, but yes, I will wipe out 3 figures.
All right. And then here, I guess I'm engaged with stone giant. With wolf riders. Is that who I'm engaged with? Or
Yeah, you could pick. So I always let you pick in a situation like that.
Okay, so I'll just go for the wolf riders.
Okay.
So
I
4.
already have 1 damage on them.
4 dice, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And you need 4s.
And I need 4s.
Oh,
Nice.
that's good.
3 hits.
Yeah. So with this damage here, I'm going to pull off 2.
Okay, cool. Excellent. And that's me.
That's it.
I'm done.
Great. Okay, so morale checks with those wolf riders. 3 divided by 2 is 1. 2 for their health.
Yeah.
-1 because they're chaotic. So I need a 7.
Yeah.
Got a
You're
9.
fine. You got it.
And with these archers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 3 is 2.
Mm-hmm.
1 for their health, -1 because they're psychotic. So again, I need 7.
Okay.
8, also good.
Good.
All right. So I'll stay in so my turn here. I'll stay in melee here.
Okay.
I will say when we started off, right, I really, really wanted my dragon to hit that infantry there, right, and hit him with the fear.
Yeah.
So
the fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as bad as the carnage is, I am kind of glad I still have these guys.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I had to make the decision between either hit the giants unit or hit that infantry unit with the fear.
Yeah.
We didn't think. I mean, so we didn't mention this. The giants are immune to fear because they have an enormous amount of health.
Ah.
Right. Even if you roll a morale check and just add the 9, you automatically make it. Right. Okay. So now that that's clear, I'll move this infantry forward full.
Okay.
I'll have this infantry follow them. I'm out of 6 level spells.
Yeah.
So the only thing this guy can do is fireball stuff.
You have my lightning wand.
Right. What is wrong with us on that? Seriously. What is wrong? Yeah, I'll make a half move. I'm going to try to fireball. I'm going to try to fireball that infantry there. I mean, I could try to go for the wizard, but the chances I'm going to land right on that figure are like really slim.
Really slim.
So I'll move through this gap half. I'll move 6 inches up here so I can cast a lightning bolt.
Yes.
I finally got it right.
Yeah.
Now again, I could have these archers possibly shoot the wizard, but again, I would need a confirm roll of 6 if I did that. So I'll stay here in order to pepper those giants.
Right.
Is the idea. Okay. So infantry goes forward 9. I like that you could anticipate. I saw that you knew what I was going to do with the clear out the pond with the lower water.
Yeah.
I was not thinking about moving it and drowning people. Okay, there's 4 inches. I'm up to 7. I can go 2 more. And I said I'd move 6 inches here. Okay. So shoot the giants. Do melee here. Wizards. I'm going to shoot a lightning bolt in this direction at this figure.
Okay.
And the distance is going to be... $21.
Oh, okay.
21.
All right.
Here's 21.
Wow. I gotta hand it to you. I would not. I didn't think that was the right number.
I would not. I'm doing better than I would have expected.
Yeah.
That is exactly 21
That's
inches.
exactly right.
Right. And obviously, if I'd gone 1 inch further, I would hit the guy behind the figure behind him.
Right.
Wow, crazy. Okay, so that does 1 figure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really bad. That's like a pile of ashes. That figure.
So it does 6 damage against what would be 10 characters in D&D, which is 1 figure here.
Yep.
So that worked out. Going to be shooting this giant. And unfortunately, I'm in long range still, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But this time I get 12 dice.
Yeah, because you didn't move.
Right. Can I get those?
Oh, yes.
Reds there? All right. So there's 6 at a time, and I still need 6s.
Yeah.
I'm just barely in long range. There's no 6s. Second volley. There's 2 6s.
Okay. Oh, I have a damage.
Okay,
die
very good.
too.
Okay, so there's 2 hits out of 9 on the stone giants. And then here again, I got 2 figures in the back, so I need 4s.
Yeah.
There's a hit.
You got a hit. So that means 1 down.
Right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get 6, 7, 8 more dice.
And you need 5s.
Right. There's 8 dice. So if I can get 2 5s, that's the end of that unit.
I see 1.
Yeah, there's 1 5.
Okay.
But maybe you're going to fail the morale check.
It's possible.
That's all my
Is it
attacks.
time for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So starting with this 9, I'm auto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed. Yep.
Don't have to do one for him or for them. Or do I?
Nope.
Okay. And then 2. So I need 7, right? Oh, 1 for the ratio?
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I need 6.
Yep.
Oh no! Not my day.
Oh, missed it by 1 again.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. Oops. I'm sorry.
It's only 1 figure that you lost, though. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do 2 lightning bolts.
Yeah.
And not move.
Fireballs. Now I don't know if we've intentionally swapped or not.
Yeah. It's like they've had some delusion cast on them. That they think they're using a different one.
Good point.
All right, so I'm gonna do 2 fireballs without moving.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Now you still have a spell. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it though.
I mean, we know what it is. It's move earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Throw a rock at you. So that'll auto 3. That'll auto take out 3,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna try to take the others out with the lightning bolts,
Right.
or 2 of them.
Fireball. I'm stopping now. We're officially delusioned about what we're throwing.
All right. So last time I said 16, and that was about 1.5 inches too far, I think.
Yeah.
So
Good point.
I'm gonna say, can I do like 14.5 and 15, something like that?
Yep.
Okay. Well, moment of truth.
Yeah.
I was aiming at that one, but it looks like 14.5 would actually get that
Yep.
one in the corner. And then 15 would just go to nothing.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
10 orcs blown up by some kind of magic.
And then I think I just take 3 off, right?
Yeah.
Oh, would you like to?
Go ahead. You're very, you know what? It looks satisfying. That's probably the end of that unit.
All right. I think that's all I can do.
Yeah, that's pretty good on that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
So, morale, my ratio is 0. They got a health, but they're also chaotic, so I need the 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 7, and that unit is gone.
Okay.
Combined fire. All right, so that archer unit is gone. How am I going to deal with this? All right, wolf riders will go up here as far as they can around the hill. That archer unit is going to move behind them. I guess I like where this wizard is. I guess I can just stand here. And I know how far it is, so that's kind of handy. And it's funny that I know what your other top level spell is. Yeah, and this infantry is going to go over the hill.
Okay.
Which I might regret.
Right.
So, Wolf Riders, turning this way costs like 2. Again, half as many as the front row of the unit.
I see.
And then I have another 16 inches of movement. Go up to here. Okay. And these archers can move 12, so I'll just move these guys to here. And the infantry can go 9, so up to the edge of the hill is, I'll call it 6. 7, 8 to get up, 1 more inch. So that's the best way to do it. So I'm just gonna put 3 figures up here to indicate that the front row's up there.
Okay.
That's all I can fit there. And then these guys can move 9 behind them. Does that look reasonable?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm shooting 2 lightning bolts
Right.
at this figure, and I'll say 21 and 22 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said at this figure?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so 21 inches. 21 inches is right on top of him.
Okay.
Right, and then 22 inches is right on top of the guy behind him.
This guy?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Zap, zap! So 20, men go down. And that's my turn. You need to make a morale check
Right.
for those infantry.
All right. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 3 plus 1. Right. 7 by 2 is 3.
Yeah.
Plus 1. So I need a 5.
Right. Okay,
Good.
There, there.
All right.
And it's your turn.
All right. If I move Earth, I know it's 6 inches. Can I rotate while I'm doing that?
Love it. Yes.
Okay.
I have never considered this, but let's say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what I want to do is,
Are you moving?
I'm not
at all?
so I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move.
Yeah. Even that giant.
Not gonna move the giant.
Okay.
I mean, you tell me if what I'm doing is allowed.
Mm-hmm.
I basically want to pick this up.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Put it here and attack them without moving.
Okay. Now you would definitely have to scoop up your own giants, right? So the idea, the plan is that you slides.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
slides.
you
Okay.
slide it.
Okay, so we will
Is
do
the
that.
plan? Yeah.
Okay. Because in the rule cyclopedia, the illustration shows a hill floating in the air.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that's a later edition.
You ever read the original Marvel Secret Wars?
Actually, I did.
Yeah. That's probably because that happens, right? And that's one of my favorite scenes. Okay, now I apologize because I'm going on a tangent here. The artist Mike Zeck, right? The artist Mike Zeck, who I like quite a lot.
Yes.
Drew all 12 issues of that miniseries,
Yeah.
except the issue where they drop a mountain on the Avengers,
Oh.
right? And I feel it was a major loss to not have Mike Zeck do the art on that pinnacle issue. So I constantly look at the original Marvel Secret Wars and go, oh, I wish I had the Zeck artwork for what that would look like.
Yeah. So if you're watching Mike Zeck, we care.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so the instinct here is you move the Earth, slide it.
So slides.
Slide
Okay,
it.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
So you could make that move, but then you'd scoop up your own giants and carry them along.
Okay. So
Is the instinct? I don't know if viewers. I don't know if you agree with that interpretation.
No,
That
that's
was my
fine.
take on it.
That's totally fine. Can't imagine the code that goes into the algorithm to That must be really complicated.
Yeah, hypothetically, if I did that, I'm sure it would be. I didn't simulate that. Yeah, I did simulate. The fireballs, the control weather, the death spell.
Right.
I did simulate that, and then this stuff. I just was like, I don't know. I just hope that it's semi-equal power to control weather.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Right.
That's what I did.
Okay. So, what if instead of that, I just try to come around the mountain and engage?
Yeah.
All right. But I'd like to move Earth to push all this away.
Cool crap. Okay.
So that'll be my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I do the spell first, or?
Yeah, whichever you like.
So do I literally just
show me the cards? Prove that you've got move Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Show. Because maybe this was all. Okay. Show it. Here's our move Earth play.
There we go.
All right. So you're going to move this. Is this within 24 inches?
Oh, fair enough. Well, he's been hitting me with 21s and 22s. I hope it's 24.
Probably. Is that the range? The range is 24, right?
I don't know where it's written down, but that's what you say. So
it's at the top of the card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm being.
No, it's fine. 24 inches.
Okay, great. And this is 24 inches away.
Yeah, it's So
yeah,
that's 24.
Great.
So
yeah.
Would I just literally just start pushing? I mean,
sure.
Okay.
6 inches. Measure 6 inches.
Okay.
Please.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, it's went about an inch there. So to about halfway where they are.
Okay, so my instinct would be to put these things on the woods as they get scooped up, or would you prefer to just push them like just happen? Maybe that's kind of funny.
Well, the point was I wanted him to stop shooting me with the
Okay.
lightning bolts. So,
you know what? For today, we'll just say it pushes like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
It's kind of amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So then that's done. Let's see how far I can get. So,
and viewers, think about it. So my instinct has been that the terrain would, pick up people and move them along. But do you like what just happened there? I'm kind of amused by it, honestly.
So it would take 1 inch to turn to my face, 1 inch to go like that, or
that's less than an inch. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right then. So then I would say. Can I use the flying radius?
Just take the ruler and bend it with one figure like that.
I see,
if you can just bend it around and it's 12 inches, let's say it's good.
So
it's good.
Yeah. Okay. So then I just come and engage here.
If you had a larger formation, I would be more picky about it.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to make attack rolls against AC 4. Oh, that's auto hit, right?
It is.
All right. So I do 2 damage.
Correct, in melee, yeah.
So take down okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good.
Crazy. Okay, so morale check for those orcs is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These guys count 9, 10, 11.
Okay, yeah.
Divided by 2 is 5.
Yeah.
And then +1, -1 for the health and the alignment. So I need 4s.
Good 4s.
Oh, just barely. I got a 5. That would have been a hell of a thing.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Okay.
Made my day.
So you got my wizard jammed in between my infantry. And we've got damage on him, right?
I'm sorry. It was 2. Yeah.
It was 2?
I had it and I forgot, yeah.
Yeah, because I had a round of archery where I didn't hit him not at all, right?
Yeah, was it 3? I'm questioning.
No, I think it was 2 because I had a turn. I needed 6s, and I had a turn where I missed everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so these guys are going to right face, so they can engage the giants in melee.
Okay.
I'm going to have these wolf riders turn the edge of the hill. And I guess I'll engage the wizard. If I can't, I'm going to go with the wizard as well.
Okay, great.
And these archers will come around behind them as far as they can go. And I guess I'll have this infantry go around the edge as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then my jammed in wizard. I guess I'll follow this train of people, and if they can get up onto this hill, that's what I'll do with my wizard.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let me check in the chat. So I don't know if there's any. So there's been some questions, and probably some people have been answering, which is great. That is a lot of chat there. We're still waiting on second edition. That's what we're playtesting here, actually, in this series. So thanks for asking about that. Great. And you guys are looking really carefully at what the rules text said, which is great. Okay. Now, John Miller is leaning towards having the terrain scoop people up, kind of like I was intending. But this is why we test it.
Yeah.
See how it feels, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Hobo Ogre thinks it should. If it's bigger like these trees, it would avalanche them instead. Okay. Cool. So Wolf Riders can go 18. This is 2. I'm up to 5 now. Mm-hmm. And I have 13 more inches.
Yep.
I would love to hit the wizard, but I can't. Okay. And archers can go up to 12. So this is 6. And then a 90 degree is whatever. Damn it. Thank you. So they're top heavy. So I moved 6. 90 degree turn is however many figures are here, which is 5. Okay. So I'm up to 11. Okay. And I can go 1 more inch.
Great.
This infantry can go 9. So, I have to turn here. I'll call this 3, I guess. Mm-hmm. And go 6 more from here. My wizard, that's good enough. And then these guys right face. Okay, that costs half their movement. And then the rule is if I move half, I can pull 1 around on each side. Okay. So I'm just going to pull 1 figure around here and here. Okay. All right. So the only attacks I have are against these giants, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures in contact. And I need 5s.
Okay.
Yeah. That's only 1 hit. It's your turn.
Okay. I would like to try to move. Okay, I want to move him this way.
Okay.
Half a move.
Good.
And try to zap. Oh, no, even better. I'll move half a move this way and zap them.
Got it.
Once.
I see what you're doing.
And then these guys are going to come around and engage them if possible.
Clever.
Yeah. And then he's busy.
Now, I will say if you misdirect your fireball onto your own troops, if they're close by, then you hit them.
If I misdirect.
Yep.
But I won't.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I mean,
I was hoping you'd be confident about
have
that.
I not proven myself with the wands tonight? I don't think I've hit yet, have I? I hit like once.
Yes.
Yeah, I hit once.
I mean, your direction's been correct every time.
Yeah, my direction hasn't been the problem. All right. So, 6 inches will bring me to here.
Yeah.
And then these guys, 9. So that should work, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Okay.
And you can just push them up to like a straight front line.
All right. So I'm going to say that's 2 inches. 2.5. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, and I only get 1 shot, so 2.5.
Correct.
All right, so 2.5. Shall I measure it?
Yes, please. 2.5 inches is the call.
Oh, sorry. So
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So this
Yep.
guy takes a.
Yep.
How many? 6 damage. Okay.
Correct. Against only one figure.
One figure.
Right.
Okay.
So that figure's blown up.
Okay. And then 3 are engaged.
Yeah.
Okay. So they need 4s, right?
Agreed.
Okay.
1 hit.
I gotta have it. Okay. So do you want me to put this game?
Yeah, thank you.
And there we have melee opportunities.
Right.
So he needs. Well, it's auto hit.
Actually, not there, because they have armor 5, unlike the archers. The archers are armor 4.
Oh.
And we actually slightly glitched up last turn, but it's okay.
Oh, sorry about
so you
that.
need to avoid a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just roll 1 die?
Correct.
Okay.
That's a hit. So I take off 2 figures.
All right.
All right, morale for me. So my wolf riders over there, I got 2 figures left. Divide by the one that's down. It's 2 for the ratio, and then 2 for their health.
Right.
Minus 1 because they're evil.
Right.
So my bonus is 3. I need the dice to be 6.
Yeah.
I failed. That is a 5.
Yeah. You had that coming though.
You're right. You're right. I did. So that whole unit's gone. Good. You're right. You were right, Dan. You didn't. Yep. Good shooting. And then this infantry unit here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divided by 2 is 4. And then plus 1, minus 1. So the dice need to be 5.
Yeah.
7. That's good. All right. Your turn.
All right. Oh, Lord help me.
I mean, my turn. No, wait, my turn.
Okay.
That was your turn.
Yeah. This always happens to me in D&D too.
So I'm going to wrap as many figures as I can around these giants, try to eliminate them. Interesting. Should I try to shoot the wizard? Maybe not. I'm going to have these archers move 6. I'm going to have these archers move half. I'll have these infantry come in behind them.
Okay.
And then my wizard, I got to take more than half move here. My wizard's going to come up onto the center of the hill.
Okay.
Which I think is going to be a full movement. Let me measure that right now. So that's 2 inches. I have to pay 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That's more than half. I can pull 3 if the unit's not moving, as we discussed. I can pull 3 figures around per side. Right. So not that I have that much space. So I'm going to completely surround these giants. I think that's as much as I can get in there.
Yeah.
And I'm moving half. And these guys, it's 3 inches. It's 8 inches.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. So obviously melee is happening here. My wizard can't shoot. Whoops. That's the giant damage, right?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Hit 3. Mm-hmm.
I keep removing that.
I did once too.
So should I shoot at the infantry or should I shoot at the wizard? I'm going to get 9 dice. 8 dice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 dice. The chances are bad against the wizard. So I'll shoot at your infantry. That's short range, actually.
Okay.
That's 7.5. So
Yep.
that's short range.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get my 8 dice, and I need 5s.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. There's 8 dice. And there's 2 5s.
All right.
And melee. How many figures do you think get rear attacks here?
3.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So these need to be 4s.
Okay.
There's 1. And other than that, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And these need to be 5s.
Okay.
There's 2 more hits.
Okay, so he's dead.
No, he's 9 health.
9.
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
Got 3 health left.
Okay, great. So I need to do a morale check here.
Right.
So that's 2 for the ratio plus 1, 3. So I need 6.
Yeah. Oh.
Dang. Not
Wow.
my night for morale rolls, I'll say.
You're right. That was a tough night.
All right. So now it's my turn. So I'm going to shoot at you with 2 lightning bolts.
Right.
One at. Oh, you moved a little, didn't you? Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna say 1 at 5.5 inches, 1 at 6 inches, aiming at this guy.
Got it. Let me flip the overhead as you measure this.
No, I'm gonna aim at this. I'm gonna aim at this guy.
Got it.
5.5.
And these guys should be stacked up tight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You said 5.5 and 6. Is that what you said?
Yeah. That's what I said. So 5.5.
Yep, that's a hit on the front.
Oh well. Okay. Well, which one is? I don't know if it. So that. I guess that guy's kind of in front of that guy. I don't know what's going on there. You tell me.
I think you're hitting the same figure twice.
Okay. So then
that
just
make
remove
sense?
this figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that feel okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So now this melee. I need to not roll a 1, right?
Agreed, yeah. Oh, no! That is a bad night, man.
Oh, boy. Okay. So that's my turn.
Yeah, that's too bad. Now, I do have to make a morale check with these archers.
Yeah.
That I'll probably make 1, 2, 3,
Might be an
4,
auto.
5, 6, 7.
Might be auto, right? 7, 8. Yeah, you're fine. Oh,
Well,
minus
it's
1.
7, but it's still auto.
7, you need a 9, right? But you get -1 for.
Plus 1
Oh,
health,
it's
minus 1
2d6.
chaotic.
It's 2d6.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
So that actually is auto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, get this out of here for a second. So, actually, I do come up with that there. Should I shoot your wizard? So actually, okay. So where I am now, I would get 2 dice, so that changes the chances. I'm gonna try to stand there and shoot your wizard, and I mean, there's nothing else I can do with my own wizard except I'm gonna shoot lightning bolts at your wizard and try to tag him.
Okay.
So, what is the range?
This will be.
I've been doing well. I've been doing
you've
really
been
better
great.
than I would have
You've
expected.
been great. Yeah.
I get two shots. I'm going to go 12 and 14.
Okay.
12 and 14.
Good thing I'm at 13.
Let's see. Okay, 12 and 14. Now the actual distance is
Oh my god!
I think
was
it's
joking.
12. Oh, you think it's 13?
Oh,
We'll call it 13.
It's hard to tell.
We'll call it
It's
13.
hard to tell, but I was joking that I'm at 13.
Okay, you're at we know you're at 13. Okay, so I actually yeah.
It's hard for me to tell from sitting
Yeah.
here, so it's got to be your call.
It's closer to 13.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I was in the right ballpark. Okay, so zap zap, and I bracket you. I bracket you with 2 lightning bolts. All right, that's fine. That's fine. You got lucky this time.
Yeah,
and then my range here is, I think that's short range. That's 7.5 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get 14 dice.
Okay.
I do need 6s.
But you need a 1 and 6 after you hit?
Correct.
Wait, is it meaningfully different to just only roll a 6th as many dice? I mean...
we're gonna roll all the dice. Let's roll all the dice.
Yes, let's roll all the dice.
4. That's 7 right there, right? Okay, so I'm gonna roll this twice. I would like to see some 6s. You know, and it had to be in short range. If it was long range, I couldn't hit you at all. Oh, there's a lot of 6s. There's 3 right there.
Okay.
There's 3. And there's 2 more.
So 5.
Yeah, I actually hit you 5 times. Okay, so I'm going to make you roll this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
To see how many actually hit.
Correct.
So only the 1s hit or only the 6s hit?
Let's say you pick. Which is your preference? Whichever one you want.
I'll say 1s hit.
Yeah.
1's bad for me.
So if any 1s come up, the wizard's
I'm
pepper.
gone. Okay.
Yeah. There's a 1.
There's a 1. Okay.
All right, that was the right call. Okay. Oh, the wizard is gone, and then I'll have these guys attack your giants, and this will probably finish them off. So there's 3 on the back, and I need 4s. There's 2 hits, and then there's 5 on the front, and I need at least 1 5. Okay, and they're done.
All right, good game. Good game as always.
Thank you for playing, Dan.
Oh, yes.
Well played.
Thanks for having me.
So let's chat. And viewers, as usual, if you think something is not balanced or surprising, or a couple things we ran into was control weather. How does the move Earth work? The shove the figures or scoop them up like I was expecting to begin with. I don't know if you're surprised by how the fireball lightning bolts work. I mean, they are wiping out 10 people, which is 1 figure.
I actually liked that. I liked the guessing game of the range.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, that's a whole different element that we haven't had before. Yeah.
I'm glad you're saying that, because I think in a prior episode, I think it might have been Disparel pointing out that the Warhammer fantasy war game got away from that. They started with that, and then to kind of make it more predictable, they got away from that. And I could have imagined people not liking this.
I thought it was fun.
Like it.
I thought it was kind of fun. I
Awesome.
thought it made it harder to use. Think about how easy that would be to use if you just had to point a direction.
Yes.
Yeah, I
exactly.
like that it made it harder to use.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's right out of chainmail. That is how fireballs and lightning bolts started. Was exactly like that. And it's funny how you can kind of see the DNA of the language in the fireball lightning bolt text even today. It's not how you play it, but it's you can see where the language came from, and I kind of think that's neat.
Yeah, I like that. I think with the move terrain, I'm just curious, and I should have done my homework here. How does that work in chainmail?
I don't think it is in
it's not
chainmail.
What about swords and spells? Is it swords and spells?
It is.
How does it work in swords and spells?
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's
1 line on a list. It gives you the range and the area, and you got to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would just be looking at original D&D for that.
And so original D&D also is pretty open-ended, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you guys in the chat, I don't know if you're looking at it right now. I'm pretty sure it says, you can move a terrain feature 6 inches, I think is what it says.
Yeah. I kind of respect the decision you've made not to let it get airborne. It feels like it would get just super deadly. Like if I could lift a mountain, I should be able to drop it on top of troops and just kill them all.
Right.
So I kind of respect that it's more like it kind of goes,
right.
Right.
I'm glad. I never even considered making it fly. It's interesting. The Rules Cyclopedia has it flying.
There's a picture in there, if I'm not imagining, of like a mountain floating.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to look that up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which is kind of what I was picturing when I picked it.
Got it. Okay, so I'm sorry about
that.
No.
I mean, it's all good. It would have been overpowered, I think. So that's good. I think that's a good call. And what else?
It worked. I mean, it worked super well for me that the dragon breath just happened to be exactly the damage that your stone giants had for health. That was nice for me.
That was devastating.
Yeah.
And I just got to learn. I never learned that I can't just almost get to archers. You have to either get all the way to archers or stay the hell away from archers. Like I've done this mistake more than once now, where like, oh, I'll try to get to them, and I'm a couple inches short, and then I die. So, yeah.
But if you're in short range, and the archers didn't have to move,
right?
It's zone of death time.
I gotta just not make that mistake again. Yeah, it was good.
Cool. Let me look at the chat here. So Julian's saying, I think my D&D players would be dissatisfied with the performance, the winner of the Wizards. And Julian's saying they'd like to be using invisibility and charm monster and stuff like that.
Well, let me ask a question. Like, what if they were using first level sleep? In OD&D, can't that take out, like, is it 2d6 normals?
That is in my house rolls. That's exactly what I do, actually. But they have a staggered original D&D. They have like a staggered number per hit dice, which is fairly large for first. But let's say it would be like around 10.
So it'd be like it
would probably be
figure,
one figure.
A figure.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if they could do that. Would it be less complicated to use than the lightning bolt? But you would have to also say the distance.
That is how I would play it. Personally as a DM, that actually is how I play it nowadays. Is specifically inspired by, in Chainmail, Fireball and Lightning Bolt were the first things that Wizards could do.
Yeah.
And so actually for super long range stuff, nowadays I actually do that for any kind of attack spell, as a matter of fact. And
Okay.
that might be
that's
novel.
No, I like that.
That might be very novel.
Yeah. What about Phantasmal Force? Then like force a morale check kind of thing.
I could imagine,
It's not that different from fear, really.
Right.
I mean, is there
Right.
if you could give them a fear?
Right.
That's a spell, right? Or is that a cleric spell?
Fear's a wizard spell.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it doesn't affect many people, and that was one that got changed because in original D&D it was like a really close cone. Like at this scale you'd have to be really next to each other.
Yeah.
And then in Swords and Spells they changed it to have a long range in an area.
Yeah.
And then every edition after that ignored it and it was back to a cone. Honestly.
I guess what I'm saying is it seems like there should be a way for a wizard to just force a morale check using some spell.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You consider that. It's interesting that, like you mentioned, like with Phantasmal Force, that was in Chainmail originally, and the original name of it was Phantasmal Forces.
Yeah.
Right, and you would actually create a new unit.
Yeah.
Right, a new unit would just show up. That's how it worked.
Right, and it would actually do damage, real damage. Yeah.
I would have to look that up.
I think that's one of the differences, like through the editions.
Yeah.
I thought didn't you write a blog post on Phantasmal Force through the ages?
I did, and I totally agree. Like in first edition, the AD&D it would do damage.
Okay.
I think in Chainmail it would actually go away when a unit touched it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Going on memory here.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, years later, Gary Gygax was asked in a Q&A like how Phantasmal Force would work, and he misremembered. Like he actually remembered the original Chainmail way, and forgot about what it had evolved into later.
Yeah.
But that was his initial instinct in the first place, which is like here's basically a new fake unit,
right,
in your war game.
I think the thing is to maybe not go down this rabbit hole forever, but I think the thing is that if somebody has a high level wizard, I could see how that would not be satisfying.
Got it.
Because this is like a cookie cutter.
Got it.
Do you know what I mean? Like I have let's say I have a high level wizard and I want to go into battle. I'm probably going to be annoyed that I have to use these rules.
Got it.
But if that's not the case and you've just somehow like got these forces that include wizards, this seems fine.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying, and I mean, part of my instinct was if you have solo on solo action, right, just flip back and run normal D&D, and then actually have all your spells available,
right,
among other things,
right,
like Charm Monster and stuff like that,
right.
Yeah, interesting. Well, think about it. Again, for the war game scale, particularly if people come into this game and this is the one thing they're dealing with, I didn't want to have a giant roster of spells that people have to digest.
Right.
For the wizards, and kind of taking a cue from the way that chainmail worked, I thought was like enough for people to digest.
Yeah, I love that that grounding in chainmail.
But I want to hear that. If the consensus is that we need to recognize more of the standard wizard abilities, then I would want to hear that. I mean, right at the start of the show, Julian suggested protection from normal missiles.
Yeah.
And that actually seems like something very simple to implement. Is just say wizards can't be shot by normal missiles.
Right.
And
Which
then
killed my wizard, by the way.
Yeah, right. And then exactly. And then you're accounting for more of the spell slots.
Right.
I actually kind of like that quite a bit.
Right.
Yeah. Great. Yep. Great. So we're looking at some of those older spells in chainmail and OD&D. Yep, agree with all that. Now, John is picking on the scale, and he's one of like about 2 or 3 people that have noticed, and it's me, William, and John Miller that have noticed that converting the inches of the spells should be modified, should change a bit, because I say the scale here is 1 inch is 20 feet.
Right.
And for simplicity, I have just been hand waving, and William knows this. I've been hand waving the conversion, and just like whatever the range inches is in D&D, that's the range inches here.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm kind of debating with myself, just declaring that 1 inch is 10 yards, so that there's no conversion factor. And then other people have been unhappy when I say that I'm going to modify it like that for simplicity. So to make a long story short, I'm aware of that. That actually is something that honestly keeps me up at night, John. And I think possibly for second edition, I might just declare that 1 turn is a minute and 1 inch is 30 feet, just so that there's not ever any conversion.
Well, if it's 3 rounds and they're moving 10 feet inches per round, which is another standard. I know you like the 5 feet one.
Right.
But a lot of people use the 10 feet one.
Right.
Then that would be exactly 30 feet, right?
We would all be comfortable with that. I'll say that. We would all be. I think we would all be comfortable with that.
Right.
With the movement. The problem is then do you need to double the number of attacks per turn? Right. Is it that now? Is it 6 rounds per turn?
Wait, why though?
Well, I'll leave that as an exercise to the viewer.
I mean, that would be. Is that because you're assuming 5 foot inches, or?
Well, I have been assuming 10-second rounds.
Right.
So if the turn scale has been 30 seconds,
right,
then that's the 3 rounds.
Yeah. And
if we move it to traditional D&D of 1 minute.
The minute part.
Right.
Oh, the minute part.
Exactly.
What if you? Oh, so you're trying to get back to chainmail, sort of. The chainmail was a minute, 20 men, and 30 feet.
Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah. I mean, I actually like 10, 30, 20 is great. 10, 20, 30, 10, 30, 30 is also great.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's fine the way it is. I mean,
and then you're back at John's point about like, well, then I should be scaling the inches for the spells to a different number than what they were defined in original D&D. So that is the pain. That frankly, that is the pain point at the moment. I need to make a decision about that for second edition.
All right, I know we don't have all night, but what would be bad just about only changing the 30 feet and nothing else? So 30 seconds, 30 feet. 10 men. Then
for reasonability, then the move numbers should change.
Why though? That's what I'm not following. You don't have to tell me on the air if it's obvious.
If you look at real life marching rates, right?
Looking at real life.
Yeah, and honestly, the chainmail numbers at 1 minute and 1 inch per 10 yards, it actually is compatible with that.
It's half what it would be.
It would be, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like the fact that chainmail numbers actually are reasonable move rates. Right. I like that is historic.
Not
right.
like a flat out run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You convinced me.
Yeah.
You convinced me.
Okay. So there's a lot to think about. So viewers, leave a comment about how you think the Wizards went in conjunction with other stuff. Do extra abilities need to get worked in to make your players happy with what the Wizards look like? Question mark. If you have an opinion about this scaling issue that's at the back of some of our minds, like to hear that. Trying to keep it simple, of course. So, I like fireballs are 24 inches in original D&D, and they're 24 inches here. So I kind of like that. So we'll be back in about 2 weeks, and we'll try it again.
Absolutely. Are we going to bring any new things in the mix next week?
Well, the only things that are left are the solo giants. So I'm going to say, I think we should say yes.
Yeah.
And I got some solo giants like cloud giants, storm giants, and titans.
What's Lich and Wyvern? Why are they the same thing? Oh,
well,
it's
that's
a Lich on a Wyvern.
Yes.
Right.
I really love your facial reaction when you realize that. Yes, it's a Lich on a Wyvern.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about that? We haven't used that yet.
Everything's on the table next time. How about that?
Cool.
Everything's available.
Nice.
And obviously a Lich on a Wyvern, it's flying and it has fear and it has spells. It has a lot of spells.
It sounds terrifying, actually.
I agree. I agree. I'm scared about having it on the table. Yeah. So let's say next time everything's available. Everything's on cork next time. So look forward to that. And if you have ideas about which ones you want us to test next time, feel free to leave a comment about that. Okay. Great. And thank you for the comments, John and Julie and everybody, about these are totally the things that we're trying to refine and iron out for hopefully an upcoming second edition release of Book of War that makes everybody happy. Yeah, maybe we will literally have every single figure on the table next time. Probably not. It's going to be 500 points again. So thanks so much for playing through this. I have wanted, first edition had wizards in the book. I wish that I had an opportunity to play with them more before publishing it, and I'm so glad that you're willing to queue up for this, Dan.
Having the time of my life. One of these days I'm going to beat you, but other than that, I'm really enjoying doing this. It's like a very cool game, and it's I feel very privileged to have this opportunity. So thank you for inviting me. Yes. That's
the best. I had a lot of fun with the game tonight, actually. I felt like, uncomfortable and surprised and getting to evaluate, think about a whole bunch of stuff interplaying without it being too, overwhelming. So I actually really liked tonight's game with the Wizards a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm glad you agreed.
Next week I'm just bringing wizards, only wizards.
It's an option. It is an option. All right, we're going to take off, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll be back in hopefully 2 weeks for more Book of War. Paul and I will be back. Wandering DMs, we were off this last Sunday. We should be back this Sunday. And some of you have been asking about my Elder Times video gaming streams, and what I'm going to do starting next week is I'm going to do it in this time slot.
Oh, cool.
So actually on Thursday at 8:30, if we're not playing, I'm going to be online playing Elder Times, and I'll be back with Pool of Radiance, because I think I got some traction. I think I can possibly... I've been practicing, so I think I can do pretty well with the end of Pool of Radiance.
Oh, wow. You're still playing that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that reaction a lot. Yeah, so I'll be back next Thursday playing that, and then 2 weeks we'll be back with more of this. So thanks so much, everybody, and hope you have a good weekend. We'll see you later on the channel. Take care, everybody.